Prince Andrew's life has been surrounded by controversy for years, but few moments have sparked as much curiosity and speculation as the day his staff reportedly walked out after moving boxes from his residence. What seemed like an ordinary task quickly turned into something far more dramatic, raising serious questions about what was discovered and what it might reveal about the Duke of York's private world. Today, we're diving into the story that has everyone talking. What was inside those boxes, why staff members were shaken enough to leave, and how the situation could further impact Andrew's already fragile reputation for decades. Prince Andrew lived a life of privilege as a senior member of the British royal family. As the second son of Queen Elizabeth II, he was once considered one of the monarchy's most prominent figures. He served in the Royal Navy, represented the United Kingdom abroad, and carried out numerous royal engagements. But over time, his public image shifted dramatically due to a series of scandals and controversies that placed him under intense scrutiny. The turning point came when Andrew's connections to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein became public knowledge. Despite Andrew's repeated denials of wrongdoing, the association sparked global outrage and led to one of the most damaging crises the royal family had faced in decades. The situation escalated further after Andrew gave a disastrous television interview in 2019, which many critics said raised more questions than it answered. Following the backlash, he stepped back from royal duties and slowly disappeared from the public spotlight. But stepping away from public life didn't make the controversy disappear. In fact, it seemed to intensify curiosity about what was happening behind closed doors. Fast forward to a recent moment that reignited public interest: the mysterious moving boxes. Reports began circulating that Prince Andrew's residence was undergoing changes, with boxes being packed, moved, and sorted by staff members. At first glance, it appeared to be routine housekeeping, something that happens in any large estate. However, what happened next quickly turned a simple move into a story filled with speculation. According to insiders, some staff members were reportedly shocked by what they encountered while handling Andrew's belongings. The boxes, which were believed to contain personal documents, memorabilia, and items from Andrew's past, allegedly revealed information that left several workers deeply uncomfortable. While the exact details remain unclear, the rumors spreading through royal circles suggested that certain discoveries inside the boxes triggered alarm among staff. Some individuals reportedly felt uneasy enough that they decided to distance themselves from the situation entirely. In fact, multiple reports claim that a number of workers abruptly left their positions shortly after the incident. If true, this development raises a critical question. What exactly could have been inside those boxes that caused such a dramatic reaction? One theory is that the boxes contain documents or personal items linked to Andrew's past relationships and business dealings. Given the intense scrutiny surrounding his association with Epstein and other controversial figures, even seemingly ordinary records could spark major concerns. Another possibility is that the boxes held correspondence, photographs, or notes that staff felt could become damaging if they were ever made public. In royal households, discretion is one of the most important expectations placed on employees. Staff members often encounter sensitive materials, but they are typically trained to remain silent and professional. For workers to reportedly walk away suggests that whatever they encountered may have crossed a line of comfort. There's also speculation that the items may have highlighted just how extensive Andrew's network of connections once was. Over the years, Andrew cultivated relationships with powerful business leaders, international figures, and wealthy elites. While many of these connections were legitimate, others became controversial after the Epstein scandal erupted. If the boxes contained records of those associations, it could explain why some staff members felt uneasy about being involved in sorting through them. However, it's important to remember that much of the story is based on reports and speculation rather than confirmed facts. The royal household is famously private, and information rarely leaks without careful consideration. That secrecy only fuels the intrigue. What we do know is that Prince Andrew has been navigating an extremely difficult chapter in his life. After settling a high-profile civil case in the United States related to allegations connected to Epstein, Andrew's role within the royal family was dramatically reduced. He lost his military titles and royal patronages, and his public appearances became rare. Even within the royal family itself, reports have suggested that his presence has been a sensitive issue. King Charles III has reportedly been focused on modernizing and streamlining the monarchy, which means limiting the roles of family members whose reputations could cause controversy. That shift has placed Andrew in a unique and somewhat uncertain position. While he remains a member of the royal family by birth, his influence and responsibilities have significantly diminished. The situation with the moving boxes only adds another layer to the ongoing saga. Whether the story turns out to be exaggerated or entirely accurate, it highlights how closely the public continues to watch Andrew's every move. For royal observers, the idea that staff members might have walked out after discovering something unsettling raises serious questions about transparency and accountability. In an era when institutions around the world are being pushed toward greater openness, the British monarchy faces increasing pressure to address controversies directly. At the same time, there are those who argue that the intense focus on Andrew has overshadowed other important aspects of the royal family's work. Supporters believe that the monarchy should be judged primarily by its charitable efforts, diplomatic contributions, and cultural significance rather than the actions of one individual. Still, Andrew's story remains impossible to ignore. Another factor contributing to the intrigue is the role of royal staff themselves. People who work inside royal residences often witness history unfolding behind the scenes. They manage daily operations, handle personal belongings, and sometimes become silent witnesses to events that the public never sees. Because of their unique position, staff members are often bound by strict confidentiality agreements. This makes any suggestion that employees left suddenly even more surprising. Royal workers typically remain loyal and discreet for years, if not decades. If employees truly walked away over what they encountered, it would represent a rare breach in the normally controlled environment of royal households. Of course, it's also possible that the story has been amplified through rumor and speculation. In the world of royal news, even minor events can quickly become major headlines once they reach the public. Without official confirmation, the truth may remain hidden for quite some time. What's undeniable, however, is that Prince Andrew continues to face one of the most challenging reputational battles in modern royal history. Rebuilding public trust is an incredibly difficult task, especially when past controversies continue to resurface. The British monarchy has survived centuries of political turmoil, scandals, and dramatic changes. But in today's digital age, where information spreads instantly and public opinion can shift overnight, managing reputation has become more complicated than ever. For Prince Andrew, every development, no matter how small, becomes part of a larger narrative about accountability, privilege, and the future of the royal institution. The mysterious moving boxes are just the latest chapter in that ongoing story. Whether the reports prove to be accurate or simply exaggerated rumors, they reveal how deeply the public remains invested in understanding what happens behind palace walls. From historic traditions to modern controversies, the royal family continues to capture global attention in ways few institutions can match. As for Prince Andrew, the road ahead remains uncertain. With his public role reduced and his reputation still under intense scrutiny, each new headline shapes how history may ultimately remember him. And if the story about the staff walking out over those boxes is true, it could suggest that the past still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. For now, the mystery remains unsolved, but the questions continue to grow. If you found this deep dive into the latest royal drama interesting, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more stories about the royal family, their hidden secrets, and a luxurious lifestyle behind palace doors. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next royal update. Because when it comes to the world of royalty, there's always another shocking twist just around the corner.